Have you taken your blood pressure lately? Do you have a family history of high blood pressure? Did anyone in your family have a heart attack? Did anyone in your family have a stroke? Did you know that heart disease has been the leading cause of death in the US since 1921? Many people have a family history of high blood pressure, which leads to cardiovascular disease and often to death by heart attack or stroke. I have a family history of high blood pressure on my dad's side. Both of my grandparents on my dad's side died of strokes. Guess what? I have high blood pressure too, at age 20. I was surprised because I work out a lot and I try to eat healthy. It makes sense that I have high blood pressure at age 20 because it's probably in my genes. Researchers have isolated various genes that carry high blood pressure from one generation to the next, and they've done studies to see whether diet and exercise can improve a genetic predisposition to high blood pressure. Research shows that genetic hypertension can be reduced through a nutritious diet and regular exercise. But for people with genetic causes of high blood pressure, diet and exercise can reduce hypertension only so far. So people genetically predisposed to hypertension should still monitor their blood pressure while continuing to be disciplined in following a healthy lifestyle. For people like me with a genetic predisposition to high blood pressure, it's important to do what I can from now on to compensate for my genetics for the best cardiovascular health. A healthy diet means eating fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, legumes, and lean meat, and limiting fatty and processed meats, sugary drinks, sodium, trans fats, and highly processed food. A heart-healthy lifestyle also includes limiting sodium, limiting alcohol, not smoking, and exercising regularly, both aerobic and strength training. Reducing stress, maintaining a healthy weight, and getting enough sleep are also important. There are simple things that can be done to reduce high blood pressure without taking pharmaceuticals, such as eating more foods with potassium. For people with high blood pressure, eating more foods with potassium can restore the body's sodium and potassium electrolyte balance, which helps to regulate fluid and blood volume. Eating too much sodium and too little potassium can increase blood pressure. For people with high blood pressure, limiting sodium intake is important. Foods that are good sources of potassium include bananas, broccoli, spinach, oranges, melons, potatoes, and sweet potatoes. It's easy to know what to do for people like me who have a genetic predisposition to high blood pressure, because many studies have been done proving what people prone to high blood pressure need to do to preserve their cardiovascular health. A study in the UK published in JAMA Cardiology in 2018 demonstrated how much an ideal healthy lifestyle could overcome a genetic predisposition to cardiovascular disease in general, including hypertension and diabetes. In this study, 339,003 people from the UK aged 40 to 70 years were studied from April 2006 to March 2015. A poor lifestyle made people 4.68 times more likely to have hypertension compared to the group of people with low genetic risk of hypertension. And an ideal lifestyle, a more than 4.5 times greater likelihood of having high blood pressure caused by poor lifestyle alone is a big number. Many studies corroborate how much of a difference lifestyle makes in terms of high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease. Another study analyzing 7,027 Japanese people for genetic and lifestyle risk for hypertension was published in Nature. In 2024, this study found that regardless of whether the people had an ideal, intermediate, or poor lifestyle, their genetic predisposition to hypertension increased their odds of hypertension. They also found that an ideal lifestyle for those with a high genetic predisposition to hypertension reduced hypertension below the levels of people with a poor lifestyle and low genetic risk. The best lifestyle possible for cardiovascular health is especially important for people with a genetic predisposition for high blood pressure. You're never too young or too old to get started on improving your lifestyle health, because eating right and exercising does make a difference. More good news is that studies have shown that a good lifestyle for cardiovascular health also reduces the risk of diabetes and cancer. There's no downside to eating healthy foods. Having a regular routine of aerobic exercise and strength training, managing stress, sleeping well, Not becoming a smoker or an alcoholic, because a healthy lifestyle makes you feel great. We probably don't need a lot of studies to tell us what to do because we know what's good for us. Sometimes we just need to remember the importance for long-term health of sticking to a healthy routine. Thanks for watching.